The following is a video presentation of the Helena World in association with the Barton School District. Welcome to Barton Championship Volleyball, covering the 2022 Lady Bears volleyball team under the leadership of Coach Chasten Carpino. Barton Championship Basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. The Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you. Watch the exciting game action from Barton Gymnasium every week as the Lady Bears face the very best in high school volleyball competition in their quest for another state tournament appearance. And you are looking live at the Barton Gymnasium, where the Helena World is proud to present the Lady Bears volleyball team. This is the senior game. If you joined us earlier, we had the junior high game on the webcast. I'm your host, Rick Kennedy. Happy to have you along. Right now, the senior volleyball girls are about to take court, and we got our remote camera working again, too, by the way, so you're seeing a up-top view. What we hope will be an entertaining volleyball game. Okay, and right now, there appears to be some shaking of the camera. I'm not entirely sure what that's about, but I guess we are awaiting something or somebody. A lot of people kind of standing around at this point, looking for an official notification from the referee. Well, while we got a break, we want to thank our sponsors for this webcast. That would be Bell Clinic, a family practice in Helena, Arkansas, and also State Representative Reggie Murdoch, who is running for State Senator District 9. We thank them both for bringing you this webcast today. Okay, we got a ball. We got somebody ready to tee up. This is Midland, and we're ready to go. There's the serve. And there's the first points of the contest for the Midland Lady Mustangs. Quite an impressive crowd here at the Barton Gymnasium. We've got roughly, well, earlier we had about 200. I would say now at this point we have maybe about 250, 300 folks here for Barton Lady Bears volleyball. And right now, the Lady Bears grab the early lead. It's 2-1. And an outstanding early effort there. Score is 2-2. The Lady Bears, under second-year coach Chasten Carpino, are certainly emerging as one of the top teams in volleyball. Midland has been there for some time. This is a season opener for both teams. There's the serve. And the score now is 3-2 in favor of the Lady Bears. There appears to be some kind of a discussion going on. Can't seem to determine what happened there, but the Lady Bears are prepared to serve. Three to two right now in favor of the Lady Bears. And the ball goes out of bounds, so it's 3-3. And the Midland Lady Mustangs will serve up next. And the score now is Midland 4, Barton 3. And the Lady Mustangs will prepare to serve again. You may notice looking on the screen, if you're watching, the senior high girls are obviously larger. And certainly this Midland team, very athletic. This young lady here actually takes kind of a bit of a running start and serves and really smashes the ball hard. It's 5-4 now, and I believe Barton will get control of the serve. Yes. We are just underway here in Barton, Arkansas. We have the Barton Lady Bears volleyball team along with the Midland Lady Mustangs. The Lady Mustangs have been traditionally strong in volleyball. Barton is an emerging power. It's 7-4. Having seen Barton last year, though, and I realize they just lost that point, but they are a little bit more deliberate in what they're doing. They're a little bit more precise. And we're going to have a quick timeout here, so we'll take a timeout for our sponsors. Okay, and just like that, we're back. That was a shorter timeout than we anticipated. You are watching. Okay, we are back, and you are watching the Lady Bears and the Lady Mustangs. Mustangs serving 9-4. We had quite a few close games with the earlier junior high contest. Right now in this one, the senior Mustangs have somewhat taken control. Although Barton won the point there, so it's 6-9. Still in favor of the Midland Mustangs. But Barton has control of the serve. And right now, Midland has assumed control of the serve again. It's 10-6. Barton is set to serve. I'm not quite. Okay, there we go. And that was an excellent effort. It's 10-8. Our scorekeeper trying to keep up with us as well here. It's 11-8 now, and Midland assumes control of the serve. And we are back with Barton Championship Volleyball. It is 15-9 as the Lady Bears have regained control of the serve here. They are trying to make up a 6-point deficit. This is the senior high game, and the Helena World is proud to bring you all the senior high action of Barton Volleyball. We will also be bringing you DeSoto football, and in fact, our first game will be coming up. Score now is 10 as the Lady Bears are attempting to make a comeback. But right now, Midland scored that point. It's 17-10, and Midland set to serve. Well, maybe not. Let's see. We appear to have some type of timeout here. So we'll take a break for our commercial sponsors, and we'll be right back. Barton Championship Basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. The Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you. And we are back for action at the Barton Gymnasium. 18-10 with Ridgeland set to serve. And I think I called Ridgeland Midland. They are the Midland Lady Mustangs. Least I confuse anybody. 18-10 now. And that one flew out of bounds. Gives a point to the Lady Bears. It's 18-11, and if the Lady Bears are going to make a comeback, this would be the time to do it. Well, that one sailed out of bounds, and it gives a point to the Midland Mustangs. Midland has been a traditional power in volleyball for a number of years, I'm told. And these two teams had played in the district tournament, which we did cover here on the Helena World. Midland won pretty handedly in that contest. And they're winning handily now. It's 20-11. This is the season opener for both teams. Now 21-11. And there appears to be some kind of break in the action, a timeout. Chaston Carpino had taken this team to the volleyball state tournament last year. Hopes were high here in Walnut Corner that the Lady Bears had turned a corner. And they may still do that, but right now they're certainly trailing 21-11 in this senior high volleyball contest. Earlier, though, the junior high team stood toe-to-toe with Midland. And Midland goes into the net on that one. So now 21-12. The Lady Bears desperately need a run here. You hear the crowd in the background. They're certainly doing their part to cheer the Lady Bears on. And that one kind of goes meekly into the net. So the Lady Mustangs will again have the serve and control of the game. And the Lady Bears get a point. 22-13. The Lady Bears need to probably at this point, though, make some kind of a run where they can stream multiple points together. Excellent skills on display here. And I believe that one fell out. It did. So after that great effort, the Lady Bears come up short. The Midland Mustangs now have control of the ball and the serve, possibly control of this first game. And giving you a taste of the sound of the action here. It's 24-14. And the Mustangs are serving for this game here. And that is 25-14, and I believe that wraps up this first contest between the Lady Bears and the Lady Mustangs. We'll take a quick break for our commercial sponsors.
Championship basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. The Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you. Championship basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. The Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you. Championship basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. The Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for
And we are back for game 2 of the Barton Lady Bears playing the Midland Lady Mustangs. And there's the official notification. And we expect to see a serve momentarily. Not quite sure what the delay is, but there appears to be some sort of a game delay. And we're back with Midland serving and ahead 2-0 in this contest. And the ball kind of creams out of bounds and in the corner near where our broadcast position is. My name is Rick Kennedy, and we're proud to be covering this Lady Barton volleyball game and all the Lady Barton sports. We'll be covering basketball as well in the winter. And this Friday, we will also be covering DeSoto football. So a lot of exciting things on the way. And my goodness, that was an exciting spike into the net. And the Mustangs now have control of the serve. They're ahead 3-2 in this contest. These are high school girls. If you saw our webcast earlier, we had the junior high girls. Certainly there is more deliberate effort and more of a sustained volley. We've noticed that right away. If you contrast the game we saw earlier with the senior high game. A lot of effort being expended, a lot of effort on setups and effort on trying to set up plays. Now, with the junior high earlier, I think it was more just getting it over the net at any given time. Midland has been a traditional volleyball powerhouse. As you hear, it's getting kind of loud around my broadcast position here. Now 6-3 in favor of Midland. Another outstanding effort there. The Lady Bears, however, come up short. Midland prepared to serve again. And Midland serving the ball, 7-5. Allowing you to listen to some of the action here at the Barton Gymnasium. This is Monday, August 22nd, and this is the season opener for both of these teams. Both of these teams, state tournament teams from a year ago. Again, excellent action, and the Bears set up a kill there. 7-7 now. The Lady Bears trying to make a run. They did lose the first game. It's now 8-7, but it isn't back in favor of Midland. That Midland Lady Mustangs. And there appears to be a called timeout, so we will also take a break for our commercial sponsors.
Reggie Murdoch, running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you. Basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. The Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch, running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you.
Okay, it's 10-7 now. Midland serving up the ball. A lot of talking and communication between the players. We'll return to our remote mic at some point and let you hear what's going on the court. There's really a lot of chatter. Somewhat interesting. The players are communicating. Right now, though, Midland serving up the ball, and it appears to have flown out of bounds. 11-8. Lady Bears still trail. And just a taste of excitement from the gymnasium here at Barton High School. But right now the Bears are in a bit of hurt. It's 13-9. The Bears also dropped the first game this evening to the Lady Mustangs. And they are serving now. About 250 in attendance right now for this season opener of volleyball. And proudly presented to you by the Helena World. And the Lady Bears put a point on the board. It's still 14-9 though. And now the scoreboard has corrected to say 15-9, so we'll take the scoreboard person at their volition there. 15-9. Again, another long volley. Outstanding hustle and athleticism. But the point does go to the Lady Mustangs, who are now serving up. Well, now there appears to be a timeout. So we'll take a timeout as well. This is the Helena World Webcast Network.
The Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you.
It's 18-19, and the Midland Lady Mustangs are in control of this one. And they are threatening an opening day sweep of the Lady Bears. Midland serving up again. (20-9) is the score here. Midland is winning. The Lady Bears have appeared to struggle a bit, although they've been putting good efforts. And they did score the point there. Maybe we have given them a boost, but my goodness, it's an uphill climb right now. 20-10, and they lost the first contest. So they are a bit behind the 8 ball here at this point. (21-10).
By these fine sponsors: the Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you. Championship basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors: the Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you. Championship basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors: the Bell Clinic, specializing in
for Game 3 between the Lady Bears of Barton and the Lady Mustangs of Midland. And the Midland Mustangs, a traditional volleyball power, have rather handily won the first 2 games. And they will serve this game now. And Midland already grabs a 1-0 lead. But this is how it's been. The Midland team has gotten off to quick starts. And Midland again, 2-0. There were high hopes for the Lady Bears coming in after last year's great performance. Thus far, though, they've been unable to translate that into a tangible victory here in the senior high competition. Four to nothing now, and the Lady Bears are again falling behind. Midland about to serve. Midland now 5-0. Midland won the past 2 games, so if they win this one, I think that'll be 3 of 5, and they will already have won the series. Barton could really use some help here and use a break. Seven to nothing now. The Lady Mustangs. And Barton having a bit of trouble, but the crowd is extolling them on. just simply do not seem to have gotten the breaks on the scoreboard. Thus far, Midland has won all of the contest and are serving now. And Barton finally catches a break, catches a point on the board. It's 4-11. Can the Lady Bears sustain a comeback? And they would not only need to win this game, they would need to win a couple of games to make this at least respectable. Right now, they're in the hole 2-0 on games. This is game 3. And the Lady Bears have somewhat been challenged to get a win. Another fine volley. And into the net. 6-11. And maybe this is where the Lady Bears make their move. Still says 11-6 on the scoreboard, but I'm pretty sure the Barton Lady Bears won that point. Scoreboard should probably still say 11-7. And okay, there it changes now, so at least our scorekeeper is keeping up with us somewhat. And the Lady Bears score another point. It's 11-8. It would be nice if the Lady Bears could pull out at least one game and give them some confidence as they start the new season. Midland was coming in here with a formidable team. And it shows on the scoreboard it's 12-8. And Midland has won the previous 2 games in this senior high contest. Midland is serving. And that one is called out, and that should mean a point for the Midland Lady Mustangs. It is. They serve. 13-8. Scoreboard is a bit behind again. It still says 13. It should say 14 at this point. They finally changed it now. 14-8.
Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you. Championship basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. The Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you. Championship basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. The Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you. Championship basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. The Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you. Championship basketball is brought to you by
Okay, we've had a bit of a delay here. Apparently there was an injured individual, and the referee is now getting back in the official position. The score at the time of the injury was 14-9 in favor of the Midland Lady Mustangs. The Lady Mustangs have won the previous two games, so this is game 3 of the high school series. There appears to still be some level of discussion, although I see the referee up in the official position now, and some of the players are back on the court. There's been no official explanation, but this does, okay, I see the players back on the court now. I believe we're getting back to business. Business at hand, 14-9, pardon me. Favor of the Midland Lady Mustangs. I'm your host, Rick Kennedy, and I guess I could take the moment to tell you that we appreciate you tuning in to the Helena World webcast of Lady Bear Volleyball. We will also be, for the first time, having football this Friday. The DeSoto Thunderbirds, the defending MAIS champions, they will be on tap on Facebook Live and YouTube. Right now, we're back to action. And the Barton Bears get a point. 14-10 now, and the Lady Bears have control of the serve. And the serve goes into the net, so it's now 15-10. The Lady Mustangs set to serve, and they could win the match. We have a young lady there that appears to be a left-handed server. kind of interesting to watch. Scoreboard still says 15-11, so okay, they award the point to Barton, so it's 15-12. Barton needs to make a comeback. Well, we have the Lady Mustangs serving again, and the scoreboard now says 16-13. Our scorekeeper isn't exactly keeping up with the action or having some technical difficulties, which I will say I understand technical difficulties. We had some earlier tonight. Hopefully we resolved them. But the Mustangs are on the prowl. 17-13. Now 18-13. And the Lady Mustangs on the verge of putting this one away. And you hear the excitement here at the Barton Gymnasium. And you are looking live right now if you're on Facebook. However, it's 21-15, and the Lady Bears could certainly use a break at this point. And maybe they got one. It's 21-16 now. And the Lady Bears are serving. And that serve, well, it's called good, so it's 17. 21-17. This is as close as the Lady Bears have gotten. (21-18) now. 21-19, and Barton is closing the gap. Barton could sure use a win here and at least get closer. The Lady Mustangs have won the first two games of this match. But now it's 22-19. The Lady Bears need a break here. But right now, Midland is serving for the match. Well, that goes into the net, so it's 20-19 22-20. We might see some extended action in this game if the Lady Bears can close the gap to 1 or to tie. And indeed, it's 22-21 now. And it would appear that they're taking a break. We'll take a break too.
The Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you. Bar Championship basketball.
We're back to live action now, 22-21. And this is as close as the Lady Bears have gotten. And we are now tied 22-22. Third game in the match. Lady Mustangs won the first two. It's now 23-22. And the Midland Lady Mustangs now ready to serve. (23-23) now. The Lady Bears hanging tough. Now 24-23. The Mustangs have again assumed control. And we have a timeout on the court. So again, we'll take a quick switch and hear from our sponsors.
Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch running for State Senate.
Just like that, we're back to action. Midland serving. And the big roar you heard there were the Lady Bears tying it up. They're hanging tough. 24-24. Now can the Lady Bears walk away with a win in this one? And the ball has flung into the garbage can. And that appears to be a bit of a struggle, but we got somebody to get it out for us. Probably need some sanitizer. But for the first time, the Lady Bears up top, 25-24, and this is their first lead of the game. Lady Bears pulled it out at the very end. So now it's 2-1. The Lady Bears making an exciting comeback. And at the very end, you may have heard the roar of the crowd. Well, they were roaring with approval. The Lady Bears take a 26-24 victory. And the match total now is still 2-1 in favor of Midland. And they are kind of taking their in-between game break. We will also take a break and be back with more exciting Barton Lady Bear action.
All of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you. Championship basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. The Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you. Championship basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. The Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate.
It's Monday night, and you're looking live at the Barton Gymnasium, where the Barton Lady Bears are battling the Midland Lady Mustangs. Barton coming off an exciting victory in the last game, 26-24. The first two games won by the Midland Lady Mustangs. Can Barton continue its momentum now? That will remain to be seen, but in either case, we're glad to have you along on Facebook Live. This video will also be going to YouTube as well, the Helena World YouTube channel. You can catch all the action. But as has been the pattern in all these games thus far, the Lady Mustangs take the early lead, 1-0. And now it's 2-0. We've seen a pattern of these kind of delayed starts by the Barton team thus far. They dig themselves holes. I mean, right now they're down 3-0. They were down 4-0. They were down as much as 6-0 in one of the earlier games. They just haven't gotten off to fast starts and have had to dig themselves out. Right now, though, it's 3-1, so maybe this won't be the case. The Barton Lady Bears. Right now, the Midland Lady Mustangs are serving, so I guess they did get the extra point. They did. It's 4-1, it says now. And that serve appears to have sailed off course. 4-2. And it is now 5-6 still in favor of the Midland team, but the Lady Bears are making a game of it early this time. And they have the serve now. We are coming to you live on Facebook Live. I'm Rick Kennedy, glad to be here. It's now 7-5, so Midland gets control of the ball again. And Midland gets another point. It's 8-5, and they appear to be extending their lead somewhat. And now the score becomes 9-5 in favor of Midland. And Barton appears to have kind of fallen into this trap again, letting Midland amass a large cushion. Barton, to their credit, though, has played extremely hard. And having seen this team last year, I can tell you already they look much better this year. They look much more deliberate. They're planning their strategy, their volleys. Already tonight we've seen some extremely long volleys that didn't happen last year. So Coach Capino doing a good job. 10-6 right now. And now 10-7. So again, the Barton Bears making a little bit of a comeback. The last game we just witnessed, though, the Bears didn't have the lead until the very end of the game. And I guess in some ways that is what counts the most. But my goodness, you'd sure like to see them come out ahead and not have to come from behind so much. It's 12-7 right now. Midland serving. (13-7), and Midland serving again. The Midland Mustangs, they have a way of getting on a roll. 14-7. The Barton team has done a respectable job, and they haven't been blown out in any of these games, but right now they've got a 7-point deficit, and it's just so hard to dig out of those situations. And we've got another break, so we'll take a quick commercial. We'll be right back. As we were coming out of commercial, we had Midland serve. However, the score now is 15-8, and the Barton Bears attempting to make some sort of a comeback again. I kind of feel like that's been the running theme thus far, and that's a shame. And I hope the coach can work with the women and get their confidence up. But it is so hard to constantly come from behind. Right now it's 17-8. The Lady Bears already lost 2 of the games in the match. They did win the last one. But my goodness, they're in a world of hurt now, and it's now 18-8. If Midland were to go on to win, they'd win by a 3-1 count. Right now they're serving. And if you heard the roar of the crowd there, that may have told you that Barton scored that point. 18-9. They still got a hole to dig out of. As we've given you a bit of the taste of the atmosphere here at the Barton Gymnasium, the Lady Bears were somewhat staging a comeback, but the Lady Mustangs have assumed control again, 19-12. And that was a big spike. The Lady Bears aren't quite ready to go into the night yet. 19-13. And the Lady Bears will have control of the serve. Well, the Lady Bears lost that point, so it's 20-13 now. And this is clearly going to be a big hill to climb for the Lady Bears. They do get the benefit of that hop, though. 20-14. The Bears have some ground to make up. And we're back at the Barton Gymnasium, 21-14 now. And the Lady Mustangs are in control, 22-14. They also control the game board. It's 2-1. The Lady Bears are really going to need some good breaks here if they expect to pull this one out. It's, well, the scoreboard changed a couple times. It's now 22-15. So the Bears are making an effort to make this, extend this game. They went into the net on that one, though. It's 23-15. (23-16) now. That serve sailed out. And the Lady Bears pull it off. Well, that one goes into the net. It's 24-16. And the Lady Mustangs will be serving for the contest here. And the Lady Mustangs of Midland have won this volleyball match 3-1, and that will conclude our coverage tonight of the Lady Bears volleyball here at the Barton Gymnasium at the Helena World. We appreciate you tuning in, and look forward to us on Friday night when we have our first ever football game, the DeSoto Thunderbirds hosting Calhoun Academy. Start time will be 7 o'clock. So we invite you to join us on Facebook Live and the Helena World YouTube channel then. And this is Rick Kennedy signing off.